How's it going? This is Dalton from MSI USA.
안녕하세요. 만나서 반갑습니다. 저는 MSI 코리아 노트북 마케팅을 맡고 있는 아란이라고 합니다. 이렇게 오늘 그 MSI USA에서 달턴이 와가지고 이렇게 한국과 미국에서 같이 만나가지고 같이 이렇게 활동을 하게 된 게 매우 드문 일로 알고 있어가지고 이렇게 만나게 돼가지고 너무 기쁘고 오늘 이렇게 영상을 촬영하는데요. 같이 재밌게 봐주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Now, if you're wondering what a travel video has anything to do with MSI, I personally believe that the MSI Creator Z series like this one right here is one of the best laptops for content creators right now who travel often. It has one of the most solid build quality thanks to its CNC aluminum unibody design and has incredibly powerful hardware inside a fairly compact shell, with configurations going up to a 12th Gen Core i9 and an RTX 3080 Ti. Now on paper, these specs sound incredible, right? But it won't be able to tell you what it's like to use. One of my hobbies is creating travel vlogs, and I was fortunate enough to borrow a Creator Z16P with me on my vacation to Korea. After using it for a few weeks, I like to share some of my experiences and tips to help you optimize the Creator Z16P while traveling. It's pretty hot out here right now. Weather is pretty warm, but I'm also carrying like 10-15 pounds of camera gear. Palace area is just huge. This is like the innermost gate right here. I think we passed through 2 or 3 other gates to come in, and there's just a large courtyard. Aaron was telling me that this is a pretty popular filming location. You know, the likes of Psy and BTS have come out here to film. It's a really popular place for people to visit. In my last video, I compared video export times between the different generations of MSI laptops from the past few years. I took 70 gigs of video and transcoded them using a ProRes 422 LT preset inside Adobe Media Encoder. The 12th Gen Creator Z17 beat my work laptop, finishing the export in about 25 and 67 minutes, respectively. This Z16P comes with a 12700H and a 3070 Ti, finishing the export in about 30 minutes, which still is a huge improvement from the workstation. Naturally, this amount of power and performance will generate a lot of heat. And my tip number 1 is to utilize the user profile hotkey to toggle between super battery and high performance mode. Super battery mode will adjust the system settings to prolong battery life as long as possible. Even in super battery mode, I found that editing inside Lightroom and assembling clips inside Premiere Pro felt quick and responsive. This is great because in situations while I'm away from an outlet, like when I was on a train to Busan, I was able to pass the time doing some light editing work. The next place that we're headed to now is Namsan Seoul Tower.
At the base of the tower, you'll find tons of locks left behind by couples. On the way to the top, there was a large immersive projection art exhibit room based around a miniature tower in the center. The tower is located on top of a high mountain, giving you a beautiful, unobstructed view of the surrounding area.
When you're able to set up an editing station at your hotel or wherever you're staying, you can switch back to high performance mode since you won't have to worry about battery life. What's nice is that within the MSI Center Pro application, you have 3 options for fan control when in high performance mode: Auto, Cooler Boost, and a custom fan curve. Auto is the default, which the laptop will ramp up the fans on its own as the name implies. Cooler Boost forces the fans to run at maximum speed, and what I would suggest for tip number 2 is setting the custom fan curve to something like this. Unless max fan noise isn't a concern to you, setting the custom fan curve to spin up a little bit quicker is a nice middle ground between auto and cooler boost.
Hongik, University Street, and Gyeongui Line Forest Road are 2 fairly close areas to each other that are frequented by young adults. You will encounter many performers in these areas, especially singers and dancers.
Now, if you're in the US, the 12th Gen Creator Z16P laptops should all come with an MSI pen. And tip number 3 would be to bring the pen with you to edit in small spaces in case there's no room for a mouse. Having the option to switch between using the pen or the touchpad made it much more enjoyable to edit while on the go.
If you want to see traditional houses in Seoul, head over to the Bukchon Hanok Village. We actually ended up renting a place to stay here and got to navigate and explore the narrow alleyways in this residential area.
Tip number 4 is to add in a second M.2 SSD. If you open up the bottom of the Creator Z16P, you'll find an empty M.2 slot that you can easily add a second drive into. This is a PCIe Gen 4 slot, so if you pair it with a drive like our Spatium M480, you'll be able to take advantage of faster speeds compared to if you were using a PCIe Gen 3 drive. That's all the tips I have for the Creator Z16P in this video. Let me know in the comments if you found it helpful or if you have any tips of your own to share that I didn't cover. And I'll see you next time.